Over 12 years ago, Lego Movie the video game released, which was the same day as the film, by the way. I honestly don't remember much about the film other than the man Emmett sings Everything is Awesome. But when I saw the story was only around a 7-hour completion and a platinum length of 15 hours, I had to replay this game again to fully complete it for the first time. I think back in the 360 days I got to level 11 or 12, so this has been my first full playthrough, and this game only has 70 gold bricks.
Let's go, too easy, dude. Give me that crown.
Which is far more approachable than my Lego Batman 3 Platinum with 250 gold bricks. There will be no cutscenes in this video as they're all from the film, but let's jump into level 1. I'm gonna be honest, in this level I was rather confused as I tried to familiarise myself with this game's mechanics and got reminded about the master builder stuff too, but overall we actually failed technically with this mission, but Grandad here gives us a prophecy and then we meet Emmett for the first time, and just like that, Everything is Awesome is playing again. This song is so goated, I don't care. In the Lego Movie, you have these instruction manuals, which are very similar to what you see in the Lego The Hobbit and Lego Lord of the Rings. I really like them, to be honest, because I touched on in my Lego Hobbit video. I got a trophy for completing the first try without failing, and also a trophy for completing the first mission. It's important to note we get a trophy for every single mission completion, apart from the prologue. Tell a lie, I completed it so long ago, we actually do get one for the prologue as well. After this, we then have another 14 missions, which takes us to the different worlds in Lego. Emmett also gets attached to the Piece of Resistance, and the entire story leads us to defeating Lord Business. Or rather, him seeing the error in his ways, I guess. There are loads of videos online about the story, especially from the Platinum, so instead of taking you through the same story you've already seen in each trophy hunt, I wanted to give my thoughts on the base story with a few highlights. In my opinion, the Lego Movie video game is one of the last good modern titles from the Lego franchise. It has a good mixture between the charm and rustic feel of the games of the 2000s, but also a nice bit of modernisation that we saw from the mid-2010s. Lego for me now almost feels too much like a AAA game with its high graphics, which, don't get me wrong, is awesome and is really impressive, but when I think of a Lego game I think of that rustic kind of charm feel that we got from the older games. For me though, the Lego Movie gets the right balance. It was a super fun playthrough. It was really easy of course, but it was fun, and it reminded me just how funny the actual base movie was with all the different cutscenes, and it is still a good movie 12 years later. It's now time for the bonus trophies and cleanup. One of the earliest trophies I got was building bad. At the start of the game, Emmett can't actually master build, and this was a trophy to attempt to master build with someone who can't do it. Master building is just putting these 3 green sets of bricks together. It's quite unique to the Lego Movie and I do like it. During the 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐚𝐥𝐬 missions, we got the opposite of happiness, which was just to defeat 20 enemies as Rage Kitty. This is such a cool minifigure, even though it's not really mini, but I really loved playing as Rage Kitty, I guess we'll call her. By the time we got to 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐚𝐥𝐬 land, I could apparently start fires now. I remember not exactly knowing what was going to happen, but we got a trophy, so when it popped up I was also surprised by the fire as well. We then got a further 3 trophies whilst just playing through the main story. We have this spaceship dude here, if you remember he keeps shouting spaceship, spaceship, spaceship. And he can hack these terminals. I wanted to see what would happen if we collected all the studs. You get a purple brick at the end and a trophy as well. So it's an easy way to get your stud count up, as there is quite a few of these on some missions. I also had to play as both Superman and Green Lantern, which was a super easy trophy. And the final trophy from these 3 was to complete all instruction builds in the main story. In the trophies, there are 5 trophies designated to defeating enemies with certain characters in the game. We've already had Rage Kitty, but there's 4 others. They start off with destroying 50 enemies as Metalbeard. It's important to know he has to be this big build instead of his minifigure. During this same Metalbeard mission, we have the opportunity to earn another trophy as well. Doing all the master builds with the spaceship guy got us another trophy. This was actually a really cool touch in my opinion. We also have to Kragalize 10 people with a Kragel gun. We have to defeat 30 enemies as Emmett Cowboy, which is actually one of my favourite minifigures in this game. And finally, you have to defeat 20 enemies as Sheriff Not a Robot. In a similar fashion, you also have another 2 enemies for defeating enemies in a very specific way. For example, shooting Emmett with Robo-Skeleton and using the Kragel gun to shoot Ma and Pa, Bad Cop, in the Relic Room. Now, I approached this Lego game very differently to how I approached every other Lego game I've played. I actually went after the red bricks first, and that led me to get the stud multiplier. It was very easy to get studs in the free and open world, so that meant I could get every single character because there wasn't many. So my next 2 trophies were these 2. One of the last things I do is actually replay the story, so we haven't got that for a while yet. Having unlocked all the characters, we actually had the opportunity managed to get quite a few trophies, although I would admit I did get a few of these before I actually brought every single character. Starting off with switching from good cop, Scribbleface specifically, to bad cop. I really like the Scribbleface good cop, so I kind of prioritized buying this. I don't know why. We also had to switch from Grandad into Grandad Ghost because he kind of, well, dies. And we also had to do a bit of American independence. With switching from Abraham Lincoln to the Statue of Liberty, or Lady Liberty, as the trophy puts it. When we unlocked Lord Business, we also used his leg machine. It took me a while to figure this out, how to actually make him into the big character, because you needed him to unlock certain levers to get the red bricks. And just like in any Lego game, we also had to customize a character. Didn't actually really customize it, just went here to get the trophy. It's time to tackle the main story and replay it to get all the collectibles and 100% completion. Each mission has a set of pans, which is referenced to the show in the film Lego Movie. You collect all of them, which we did. Here is a trophy. Just like every Lego game as well, you have to complete the stud amount, which in this game is called the special, and that is another trophy completed. In all fairness, I found studs quite easy in this game, if I'm honest with you. I nearly got this in the base game, and I wasn't necessarily going for studs on every mission. Finally, we had to collect all golden manuals. This was a little bit more difficult. There was a few different mini games or ways you have to get these golden manuals throughout the missions. It was probably the most difficult thing I did in the entire game here. And of course, once that final mission was done, because we already had the red bricks and we also had brought all the characters, as soon as we completed it, we had 100% completion. We were now flying through this game. And our next trophy was earned before the last few. We had to earn 1 billion studs, and as I've already touched on, earning studs in this game was super easy, especially with the multiplier, and there we go. We also jumped back in the story one more time, and that's because we had to smash a chair with Bad Cop. And this was the only trophy I had to search for a tutorial for, and that was we had to find Wonder Woman's ship. The trophy didn't really give away anything. I couldn't find any hidden ship around the map. I made a ship with Green Lantern, and that still was not the trophy, so I had to search it up. Apparently it was in the Cloud Cuckoo Land mission, and there we go. There's another trophy. Very hidden, this one. We then had the same trophy twice, and honestly, this was a big pain in the rear end. We had to get 21 awesome ratings on the Everything is Awesome dance, and that might sound very easy. However, it's kind of delayed and you have to hold back the button before pressing it. And 21 is a perfect score, by the way. So if I messed up once, I had to restart and hear that entire song again. Still love the song, but wow, these two trophies were annoying. And finally, the final trophy, which I actually thought I'd enjoy more, which is why I left it till last, but I found it very repetitive. We had to then build all of the golden instruction manuals. We'd been collecting them through every single level, and if we went to the bonus level, we could build each one. It made different figures from the game, different cars, even Rage Unikitty. And once we had finished, we had finally earned the platinum. This was honestly a really fun platinum. There's a couple of annoying trophies, but honestly, the game itself was really fun, so I didn't technically mind it that much. My next platinum video will be coming in a few days with a bit of a classic. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please drop a like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on the Lego Movie. Also, never watched or played the Lego Movie 2. Is that worth playing?